Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, class. So today we are going to learn about logical division of ideas. So in this unit, you are going to learn about logical division of ideas, coherence, using nouns and pronouns consistently, and transition signals. And also in sentence structure, there will be run-ons and comma splices. Well, firstly, organization. In this chapter, you will learn how to organize a paragraph using the logical division of ideas pattern. In the model paragraph, the writer discusses three reasons she does not own or have a credit card. So as you read the paragraph, you can see that there are some words or phrases that signals each reason. Nah, jadi maksudnya di sini logical division of ideas itu adalah menjelaskan ide-ide itu per poin, ya, ide-ide per poin berdasarkan penjelasan di awal. For example, in this paragraph, the title is Why I Don't Have a Credit Card. It talks about there are three reasons I don't have a credit card. Jadi kalian menjelaskan 3 alasan kenapa saya tidak memiliki credit card. Apa alasan yang pertama, kedua, dan ketiga? Nah, each reason must have explanation. Jadi dia setiap reason itu dijelaskan alasannya apa. For example, the first reason is that using a piece of plastic instead of cash makes it too easy for me to buy things I can't afford. And then it gives example. Terus ada contohnya. For instance, last week, blah blah blah. For example, ya. So this is the example of the logical division of ideas paragraph in which you explain the points separately. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian mau ngejelasin saya kuliah di Bina Dharma karena 3 alasan. Nah, the three reasons, 3 alasan tersebut harus kalian jelaskan kembali. Alasan pertama misalnya fasilitasnya lengkap. Kenapa nih? Kenapa fasilitasnya lengkap? You explain it. Kalian jelaskan alasannya apa. Terus pokoknya ada deskriptif paragraf atau sentences lagi sesudahnya. Itu ya. That's the logical division of ideas. Nah, this is the definition. Logical division of ideas is a pattern of organization in which you divide a topic into points and discuss each point separately. Jadi kalian ini mengorganisasikan atau kalian menyusun paragraf kalian itu dengan membagi topik menjadi poin dan discuss each point separately. Ya, jadi dia lebih lebih spesifik, ideasnya lebih spesifik, terus kalian mesti jelasin lagi the specific parts of the point gitu ya. Nah, the model paragraph uses this pattern. You can use logical division to organize many kinds of topics and not just reasons. Jadi nggak cuma reasons aja yang bisa dimasukin logical division of ideas, tapi juga yang lain. For example, the first one is reason ya. These are the sample topics, reasons for owning an iPod, cell phone, PDA, and so on. And then kinds of teachers, shoppers, drivers, friends, students, teachers, and so on. Jadi kalian jelasin typical guru, shoppers, drivers, teman-teman, and so on. Nah, itu bisa. Terus types of books, advantages of living in a small town, disadvantages of living in a small town, qualities of good boss, and so on. Ya. Jadi itu contoh dari logical division of ideas. Nah, misalnya kalian bisa memulai kalimat kalian atau paragraf kalian itu dengan bilang, for example, a good boss has 3 qualities. Nah, disebutin apa? The first quality is apa? He has to be rational and kind, for example. Nah, rational and kind-nya itu dideskripsikan lagi seperti apa rational and kind-nya gitu ya. Terus the second quality apalagi misalnya dijelasin lagi, and the third qualities what? Jadi dia enggak cuman bilang kalau dia ini punya 3 quality terus dibilang aja misalnya the first quality is kind, the second quality is rational, and the quality is for example royal and loyal, for example. Nah, enggak gitu, tapi dia harus dijelaskan lagi gitu ya. Jadi topiknya itu lebih spesifik lagi gitu ya. Nah, okay, that's the first. Yang pertama tadi ada logical ideas of a sentence. Nah, the second one, transition signals. Probably you have already learned this also in grammar and others. Nah, transition signals ini seperti yang udah kita pelajarin ya. Ini adalah words and phrases that connect the idea in one sentence with the idea in another sentence. Ya, jadi adalah atau kata atau phrase yang menghubungkan satu ide di satu kalimat dengan kalimat lainnya, dengan ide di kalimat lainnya. Jadi dia harus menggunakan transition signals. Apa aja Miss contohnya? For example, first, second, furthermore, on the other hand, for example, and in conclusion. Ya, jadi itu contoh-contohnya. You have been familiar with the transitional signals ya, pasti udah familiar dengan transition signals tersebut. Nah, for example, you see in paragraph 1 here, you can observe and also see the transition signals used in this paragraph. Oh ya, ada nggak sih ini transition signals-nya? Nah, di paragraf pertama ini nggak ada transitional signals-nya. Jadi kalimatnya ini cuman gini, nggak ada konektornya gitu. Dari satu idea of sentence ke idea di sentence selanjutnya. For example, store owners who understand the differences between men and women shoppers can use this knowledge to design their stores. Terus lanjut lagi, women shoppers use their. Nah, kalau di bawahnya ini udah ada nih perubahannya ya. Jadi store owners who understand the differences between men and women shoppers can use this knowledge to design their stores. First of all, women shoppers use their five senses when they shop. For example, nah jadi first of all, for example, ada therefore, furthermore, what else? For instance, and so on. As a result, mereka adalah transition signals. Nah, paragraph 2 is easier to read and understand because the writer has used transition signals. Kalau menggunakan transitional signals itu lebih membuat si pembaca itu lebih mengerti kalian itu nulis apa ya pada paragraf tersebut. Jadi harus ada transitional signals untuk membuat kalimat itu coherence, berhubungan satu sama lain. So each transition signals shows the relationship of one idea of the next. Jadi kalau kalian ingin membuat kalimat kalian itu coherence atau berhubungan satu sama lain, gunakanlah transition signals yang tepat. Oke. Okay? Nah, ini ya contohnya yang tadi ya. Ada first of all, for example, therefore, furthermore, moreover, on the other hand, for instance, as a result, and so on. Ya, that you can use. Nah, these are the transition signals. Ya, we have first, second, first of all, next, meanwhile, after that, finally, now, soon, then, and so on. Ya, that you can use. For example, ini first, second, until then digunakan untuk tulis ideas in time order. Jadi ketika kalian ingin mengekspresikan ide kalian itu berurutan sesuai waktu, itu gunakanlah phrase atau kata-kata ini. Ya, the second one, tulis ideas in logical division of ideas order, gunakanlah first, second, etc. or first of all, furthermore, also, in addition, moreover, and so on ya. Ada and juga, so you can use this ya. Bisa menggunakan ini untuk menjelaskan idea kalian itu secara logical division of ideas order. Jadi dia misalnya ada 3 reasons tadi ya, first apa, second apa, third apa. Nah itu bisa digunakan untuk logical division of ideas order. And then we have to add a similar idea. Nah kalau idenya itu similar, you can express it by using similarly, likewise, also, furthermore, in addition, and also moreover. And then the other one is not the other one. The next is to add an opposite idea. Ketika kalian ingin menjelaskan ide yang bertolak belakang, then you use on the other hand, however, and but. If you want to give example, you can use for example or for instance, yeah, or you can use such as also. And to give reason, you can use for or because of. Apalagi saya juga menggunakan since, ya, itu bisa digunakan to give reason. And then to give a result, you can use therefore, thus, consequently, as a result. And then the next one, to add a conclusion, you can use all in all, for these reasons, in brief, conclusion, to summarize, to sum up, and so on. These expressions clearly express this that your ideas are actually connecting each other. Jadi ideas kalian itu terlihat bahwa berhubungan satu sama lain, ya. Jadi dia kelihatan lebih bagus when you write by using the transition signals and also make the reader easy to understand what you are actually writing. Okay, sentence structure. Run-ons and comma splices. In chapter 1, you learn about a sentence error called a fragment or incomplete sentence. In this chapter, you will learn about two sentence errors, run-ons and comma splices. Nah, jadi di chapter 1 kalian udah belajar tentang kalimat yang salah atau ada errornya gitu ya di kalimatnya ya. Itu yang disebut fragment atau incomplete statement, sentence. In this chapter, you will learn about two sentence error. Nah, yang di chapter ini kalian juga akan menganalisa dua kesalahan dalam kalimat atau dua kalimat yang salah, yang ada errornya itu ya, yaitu run-ons and comma splices. Run-ons and comma splices are similar errors. Jadi kedua ini hampir sama jenis errornya atau kesalahannya. Both happen when you join sentences incorrectly. Keduanya terjadi ketika kalian menggabungkan kalimat itu dengan tidak benar. Ya, run-on happens when you join two simple sentences without a comma and without a connecting word. Nah, run-on ini terjadi ketika kalian menggabungkan dua kalimat simple atau dua kalimat sederhana tanpa memberikan atau tanpa meletakkan koma dan juga connecting word atau connecting word kayak ya who and for but and so on. For example, men like to shop quickly, women like to browse. Apa nih yang salah? Men like to shop quickly, women like to browse. Ya. A comma splice error happens when you join two simple sentences with a comma alone. Nah, jadi kalau si splice error ini terjadi ketika kalian menggabungkan dua kalimat sederhana dengan koma sendiri. Hanya ada koma di situ tanpa conjunction atau tanpa kata hubung. Ya. For example, men like to shop quickly, comma, women like to browse. Gitu. Jadi cuman koma aja ya dari sini ya. Nah, there are three easy ways to correct run-on and comma splice errors. First, join the two sentences with a comma and a coordinating conjunction such as and, but, or so. Jadi yang pertama ini untuk memeriksa atau untuk membenarkan ya, mengkoreksi si run-on dan comma splice error itu adalah dengan memberi koma dan juga coordinating conjunction. Jadi nggak cuma satu koma yang digunakan, tapi ada koma, terus ada si kata hubung. Nah, misalnya men like to shop quickly, but women like to browse, gitu ya. Jadi ada koma, terus ada kata penghubung yaitu but. Nah, second one, make two sentences, separate the two sentences with a period, atau kalian bisa menggunakan atau menulis dua kalimat, jadi kalimatnya nggak digabung. So you only have to put the full stop there. Jadi kalian benar-benar separate atau pisahkan dua kalimat tersebut. Jadi men like to shop quickly, women like to browse, gitu ya. And the third one, if you wish to show the relationship between the two sentences, jika kalian ingin menunjukkan hubungan dari dua kalimat ini, then add a sentence connector and a comma on the second sentence. Jadi kalian bikin dua kalimat, terus kalian buat atau letakkan transition signals di situ untuk memberitahu kalau kedua kalimat ini berhubungan, ya. For example, men like to shop quickly. Men like to shop quickly, full stop. However, women like to browse, gitu ya. Jadi dia dua kalimat, ada dua kalimat di sini, tapi kalimat yang kedua itu memiliki transition signals, yaitu however, gitu ya. Jadi ini menunjukkan kalau si second sentence ini masih berhubungan dengan si kalimat pertama, gitu ya. Jadi dia ada contradicted sentences, ya. Jadi masih berhubungan, tapi dia menjelaskan contradicted, gitu ya, contradiction. Okay, correcting run-ons and comma splices is relatively easy. Finding them is often the real challenge. Here are 3 tips to help you organize run-ons and comma splices. First, check all sentences that have a comma in the middle. Jadi kalian cek dulu kalimatnya, cek semua kalimat yang memiliki koma atau tanda koma di tengah. Ya, for example, my best subject is computer science. My worst subject is English. Nah, what is the first subject in the sentence? Subjeknya apa gitu ya? What verb goes with it? And read further. Is there another subject with its own verb? If the answer is yes, look for a coordinating conjunction. If there is none, then this is a run-on sentence. Ya. Jadi bisa dijadiin dua nih correctionnya. Apakah dia dipisah jadi dua kalimat? My best subject is computer science, and the second one, my worst subject is English. Or you use comma and also the conjunction. Yeah, my best subject is computer science, and my worst subject is English. So use comma and also the conjunction. Read a long sentence aloud. Sometimes reading aloud helps you to organize where a new sentence should begin. Nah, yang kedua, kalian baca kalimatnya itu aloud, ya. You read aloud, ya. To find out, biasanya kalau kalian read aloud, itu kalian tahu di mana mestinya harus stop, di mana harus tambahin koma sama coordinating conjunction, atau di mana harus ngasih transition signals, ya. The third one, look for words like then, also, and therefore in the middle of a sentence. These words are danger words because they frequently occur in run-on sentences. Yang ketiga itu cari kata seperti then, also, dan juga therefore di tengah kalimat, karena kata-kata ini disebut sebagai danger words atau kata-kata yang membahayakan, ya. Karena mereka sering muncul di run-on sentences, ya. For example, we drove into the city, comma, then we spent 30 minutes looking for a place to park. Correctionnya, we drove into the city, comma, and then we spent 30 minutes looking for a place to park, ya. Okay, now as your first assignment, I'd like you to do this practice for, kerjakan practice for editing for sentence error. Jadi lihat contohnya yang pertama, Alicia and Martha are a lot alike. They both have dark hair and eyes. Nah, jadi kalian benarkan kalimat tersebut. Karena kalimat ini salah, ya. Dia ada koma di sini tapi tidak ada conjunction. So either you make it into 2 sentences or you want to use comma and also conjunction, ya. Jadi yang mana yang lebih tepat? Apakah memberi koma dan juga conjunction, atau kalimat tersebut dipecah menjadi dua kalimat? So Alicia and Martha are a lot alike. They both have dark hair and eyes. Nah, in correcting this, Alicia and Martha are a lot alike. Full stop, they both have dark hair and eyes, ya. and so on until 10. Okay. So these are the important points that we covered in this chapter. The first one, logical division of ideas is a pattern of organizing ideas in which you divide a topic into parts and discuss each part separately. Jadi kalian menjelaskan atau a pattern of organizing ideas ketika kalian membagi topik menjadi beberapa bagian dan menjelaskan bagian tersebut secara terpisah, ya. And then a paragraph needs coherence. Jadi paragraf itu harus memiliki hubungan satu sama lain, ya, harus berhubungan. A coherent paragraph is easy to read because it flows smoothly from beginning to the end. So use 3 techniques to achieve coherence. Gimana sih untuk membuat paragraf itu atau sentences itu coherence? First, use nouns and pronouns consistently. Yang pertama, gunakan noun kata benda dan also pronoun kata ganti orang itu secara konsisten. Second, use transition signals to show how one idea is related to the next. Gunakan transition signals untuk menunjukkan bagaimana satu idea itu berhubungan dengan idea selanjutnya. And then put your ideas into some kind of logical order. Letakkan idea kalian itu secara berurutan, ya, in logical order. Run-ons and comma splices are sentence error in which you join two sentences incorrectly. Jadi run-ons dan comma splices adalah error pada kalimat ketika kalian menggabungkan dua kalimat tidak benar, ya, secara tidak benar. Itu run-ons and comma splices. Okay, the first assignment was this one, editing for sentence errors. And the second one is, I'd like you to do an outdoor project. The outdoor project will be writing as usual, yeah. So you become a restaurant reviewer. Kalian menjadi reviewer restoran. So you go to a restaurant with your partner, with your friends, yeah. Write 1 paragraph review of a restaurant in your area. Because this is only 1 paragraph. 1 paragraph is not only, for example, for short sentences. No, yeah. If it is only 1 paragraph, means that it is quite long. Yeah, or you can use 1 or more paragraphs to write this passage, yeah. So you may want to work with another student or in a small group to develop ideas for your restaurant review. So each student should write his or her own review. However, because you may want to write about different points, ya. Jadi tiap kalian ini harus menulis review kalian masing-masing, ya. Ya, however, kalian harus menulis poin yang berbeda dari teman kalian, walaupun restoran yang atau tempat makan yang kalian kunjungin itu adalah sama, ya. Use the restaurant reviewers notebook from on the next page to make notes and organize information. Your review is only 1 paragraph, so do not use all the points suggested on the form. Choose no more than 3 points such as food, service, prices, or decor to write about. Jadi kalian gunakan logical ideas tadi untuk membuat paragraf kalian. Yang harus kalian jelaskan itu adalah 3 poin. The first one is a service, food, ya, service, prices, atau decor, ya. Once you have decided on your points and example, make an outline, then complete steps 3, 4, and 5 in the preceding writing assignment. So begin your review with a topic sentence that names the restaurant. Sebutkan nama restorannya apa. Make a general statement about it. For example, Papa Joy's has the best pizza in the city. Or for a delicious but inexpensive pizza, a meal, try Alice's restaurant, and so on. Ya, jadi kalian jelasin ini, ya. Terus ada supporting sentence, misalnya discuss each point separately. For example, Second, the prices are reasonable. For example, a large vegetarian pizza costs just $8, for example. And your review with a recommendation. Should people go to the restaurant and why or why not? Summarize the points in your review. For a great pizza, go to Papa Joyce but expect slow service. Itu ya. Jadi dia ada conclusion, jangan lupa ada opening, supporting sentences, and also your conclusion. Nah, ini ya, Restaurant Reviewers Notebook. Ini harus kalian bikin, harus kalian print ini atau kalian buat sendiri di kertas. Kalian harus isi ini, restoran name-nya apa, restoran address-nya apa, and then location, interior, decoration ya, whether it is clean, noisy, pleasant decor, and so on. Food, service, efficient, friendly, and also prices. Ya, and you can use numbers of stars here. Nah, this must be used. Ini harus dipakai. Restaurant Reviewers Notebook, and then I want to see your pictures eating in the restaurant. It does not have to be an expensive restaurant, or does not have to be a really restaurant. Maybe you can go to like tempat makan yang kecil juga nggak apa-apa, ya nggak usah harus yang restoran benar, nggak apa-apa. But you have to review the restaurant, so it must be really an outdoor project. Ya, jadi projectnya harus benar-benar outdoor. Ya, you can do it with your friends, boleh dikerjakan dengan teman, tapi idea dan juga cara penulisan kalian harus berbeda. Ide-idenya itu harus berbeda. Oke, that's it. Itu aja yang mau Miss jelasin in logical division of ideas. So there are 2 assignments. The first one is correcting the errors, and the second one is restaurant reviewer. Okay, so this is your project for the day. It must be done today. Okay, all right. I think that's all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and see you in class.